You know what? I think you could like really bolster your image when you come to auction.
Oh yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
We're high too.
You do it and I'll do it.
Oh, I gotta send.
So this is the building that's for sale.
Can't find him. You can't find him.
She's a little on the rough side, but it's probably 30 by 20. Probably the same size as my cabin was. Pretty rough. So this building is to be sold and moved. And the guy that moves the buildings is here with me today. Oof. I don't know. Wouldn't be my first choice. It's got it upstairs too. Yeah, what the hell? We'll take a look. Yeah, those boards look like I'm not doing it. Well, that's a whole lot of crap. You know, I'm not complaining, but this is more of a disappointment than a complaint, because these kind of things happen when you go to these sales. But oh, look at that organ. It's just sad. The condition of the stuff here is so poor, so bad. And the way the building was filmed, I was interested in the building. They took a really good picture of it. Certainly from a further distance back. I think they shot it from the back, which looks a whole lot better than the front. Well, I like the wheels. The condition of everything here is just, nothing's been loved. It looks like you used it and just threw it in a pile somewhere. So yeah, now I'm here. I gotta try to figure out a way to make this trip pay for itself. Hopefully there's something redeeming that I just haven't seen yet. But I mean, look at this stuff. I mean, how much did you pay for any of it? Yeah. Doesn't open. It's not that old anyway. That's old, but the veneer is shot. It's not worth a lot even fixed up. The scale is wicked old, but I've already got a couple of those, and they're really hard to sell. Who wants an industrial scale in their house, you know? It's just like they're trying to get rid of this stuff so they don't have to take it to the dump. And if they get anything for it, it's better than paying dump fees. Sorry, that's what I'm saying. You know, sometimes you hit a gold mine, sometimes not so much. Look at those old shop smiths. Those things must weigh a ton apiece. Yeah, I'm just not seeing anything I can use, even remotely. I buy to resell, and I like saving stuff, but there's nothing here that I think is cool enough to save so far. Maybe lightning will strike. That would be great.
wanted me to do all the cheers.
Yes, please.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Well, I didn't ask you to do anything else.
I know, but Mr. said you want to move the table with the battery.
Yeah.
Broken, but it's there. Now see this old lantern here, that's something. That's like an early Coleman, like early 1900s, like 19 teens, like 1918, 1919. It's incomplete.
Gotta get this moved up.
It's something, you know. But, you know, I'm 60 or 70 bucks in fuel already, so it's gonna take a bit to get me out of this. Oh man.
That's what I was saying. I put it with it. Well,
Is that a crash light?
Well, you want
Looks like a crash light. No,
I need help with that.
it's not caged. I guess it is after a fashion.
I'm gonna wait for Mike one. Take a look on that. All right.
I'm just not seeing anything.
You know something about it? Do you know how to start it up?
I've already got 2 or 3 of those.
No.
get that booted up, and then I'll turn this on.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Looks hand painted. Cool legs. Maybe I need to buy that. It's funny. Gotta give him credit. He's pretty good at whipping these big old trailers
Yeah, you
around.
gotta give him, he gets it in and out. I mean,
Yeah.
not real good, but not
He gets
good.
them in there.
That's all right.
That old van has been ripped off and all that rust and falling on the ground.
He's done it enough times, I guess he's pretty used to it.
Probably do it in his sleep.
You're probably right. He probably dreams about doing it. But boy, he's gonna blind.
He's dreaming right now.
Hold up like 8 feet now.
You're not gonna have room to get the other trailer out.
Well, you ain't gonna get it out now anyways.
Where would you put it?
Yeah, I mean, you can't even put it in there.
How can you get the other trailer? He's got to unhook this one first.
Take it out, Take it out the back way.
Here comes the yelling and screaming. It's going to be awesome. I'm glad I got it on record.
So you turn it off this and pull it out.
I hope it's a little more organized than last time. Well, I left and I went to the bar.
Well, what I'm hoping is there's something buried in this trailer, a couple good goodies. That's kind of cute.
No.
Just hopefully there's something buried in here that I can't see that is redeemable. I guess we'll soon know. I need a drawer. I wonder if that fit the one I bought last week with a broken drawer.
Yeah. There you go. We can patch it maybe.
It's a long wagon.
It's a pretend drawer. It's not even a real drawer.
Yeah.
Denied.
You ain't?
The one can. Keep your worms in it.
Are the grandkids gonna pay for it?
That's what you don't want to do.
Kids don't work yet. Well, that's not sign there.
I ain't gonna shoot. Just give me a shit.
It's all rotted.
Oh yeah. You guys.
This is a one-way street, my friend.
Yeah. I've seen that somewhere. I've seen this right over here.
Yeah, I get it. Well, it's 2 years. This is about it. I'm doing my farm now. No, I don't think this
Sushi. Yeah, I don't need.
sometimes they got the gems always on the bottom.
Water dams. All right, give me $50 on it. $50 there, stand, but I'm 50 up. I'll take 10.
Yeah, it's fine.
Now 15, 10, but I'm 15, down to 10, but I'm 15, 20, but I'm 20. 20, but I'm 20, down to but I'm 20. 20, but I'm $20 on 17 and a half.
Yeah.
Now 20 and now
Yeah,
20 and
done.
25 and now 7 and 7 and but I'm at 7 and now you're out 7 and now 30. 30, 30, 30, but I'm at 30, 30, you got 30.
Yeah.
30 now 5, but I'm at 35. 35, but I'm at 35, I got 30, but I'm at 5. 30, but I'm at 5. Where you at? Right. Was he in before?
Yeah.
All right, sold. $30 number.
Well, that was a battle. Not because prices were extremely high or competition was incredibly fierce or it was pouring rain or blinding snow. It just really wasn't a lot of cool stuff. I like everything I got, but it just wasn't my sale. So I'm gonna grab the camera. So this is cast iron. It's really heavy. I don't want to scratch up my cool enamel top table here. What it is though, it's that wall hanging. Get my finger under it. See, it's a wall pocket. You put your mail in that, or whatever you feel like putting in there. It's a beast. It's not amazingly old. I think this particular one they sold maybe in the 90s. The really old ones look pretty much just like this, minus the paint. And they'll sell for $300 or $400. This will sell for $50 or $60. This is a George C. Brown. This is a lamp actually, and I've got the covered Conestoga top for it. But I bought it, and the guy hands it to me, and the top is, there's oil, motor oil, just running on the ground. I'm like, wow, I really wish you would have told me that before I bid on it. You can even see on here, it's just coated with oil. So I got to try to maybe put it in a bucket of some Dawn or something, see if I can't get that back. But the rest of the thing is in amazing shape. And it's too bad that was allowed to happen. I don't even want to, I know there's oil all over this thing. I just don't want to get it all over me, because I know how that ends up. I end up just transplanting it everywhere else. But this one's got the shovel and the barrels, and they're pretty nicely appointed and pretty desirable. I mean, they're not huge money. I mean, this probably sell for $50 to $70, I suppose, once it's fixed up. I see the yoke is broke, and there's a piece here that's broke out, but it's inside. And I know how to, oh, the other piece of the yoke is in there too. Okay. So I can make it whole, which will be good. This is just a little grab box. I love this. I don't know if this is off a tractor or maybe a early Cub Cadet, because International Harvester made Cub, which would be a lawnmower. I actually have a Cub Cadet zero turn that's not super old, and a few years old. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff you can do with this kind of thing, but it might make a cool wall hanging, and just do a voltage conversion so you can plug it into the wall, and then have a rheostat so you can turn it down and make these kind of really dim. Those are kind of cool. A really complete Mortison tenon with the 2 glass doorknobs, the axle, and all the original hardware. I sell these online like pretty much as fast as I can get them listed. All these people trying to retrofit their houses. This is an ancient scale, and it's a really old one. These hung, right? And it's got a long balance beam, and there were different weights that you hung onto that. And it really just like a teeter-totter until you got the weights to equal out, then you knew how much, because these weights are predetermined. So it's 5 pound, 10 pound, whatever. You knew how much for commerce that you had hanging off the other end of it. I think it's still got, see, it's got the different graduations on it, and it's got the teeth, so you could slide a weight. There are a couple different ways to skin a cat with this thing. Yeah, it looks like a great John Deere can. So I bid on it, and I outbid everybody else, and the guy goes to hand it to me. There's no bottom in it. Somebody cut it out. Not that I guess I really care. I mean, nobody's going to use it for a water can anymore, but so it's kind of weird. Like, okay, that was kind of a surprise. This is a very early, this is probably, I didn't even look, it's probably a quick light. Can't read anything on there. It's so, the patina is so heavy. But anyway, it's probably a quick light, early Coleman. They're typically dated on this post. This particular design was 1919. Oh man, I'm gonna need a magnifying glass and a scrubby pad to get that color. But I did put a magnet on it, and there's no magnet, so it's very likely this is all copper, this base, which puts it in a whole nother category. So that was kind of a cool find. Just typically don't see a lot of those anymore. This old barn stool has been there and done that. You want to talk about a primitive piece. It was probably painted with that when that old white barn was painted. It's so primitively constructed. And you can just see where they just kind of hacked this whole thing out. This stuff sells like mad. Gotta get it quick before it ends up in a burn pile and gone forever. Got a really dirty BSR McDonald turntable. It's a 310. It's kind of a lower end one. But man, when I was a kid, these things were just like, these were like unattainable for mortals like ourselves. So there's this box full of what looked like really ancient milk bottles I was kind of excited about, because I mean, these old farms around here, you can still find stuff like that. You don't see this stuff everywhere in the country. These are Fairmont Farms, or this is local, I mean, to Wisconsin. These particular ones are not particularly old. That's an identical one. No, actually it's not. It's a little bit different. A little different design on the side. Not the super old ones. This turns out it's like a dairy council one from Eau Claire, but again, it's a Wisconsin dairy. This turns out to not be a milk bottle. And this turns out to not be a milk bottle. And this is just an old decanter, and the stopper's in there somewhere. And I can't sell that one because the spouts broke off it. So, wah, wah. That didn't go as I hoped it would. It's kind of valueless. Off to Goodwill. My favorite thing is, look at the cow. Whew. That's amazing. So that would have been on it's a weather vane. This would have sat up on top of the barn. It would have spun around on this part here. And all your east, west, north, south designations in the arrow would have been below it. Some I've seen with the arrow sticking out of the end of the pipe here too. Like the front of the arrow, the tip of the arrow, and then the feather part sticking out the back. There's variations of the theme on this one, but it's really intact. Some bends and stuff in it. Copper is pretty soft. It doesn't have any bullet holes in it though. That's crazy. Everybody in that neighborhood must have been a bad shot. But that's a home run right there. Well, things coming along on this mini pick. I guess that's about all you can call it. They had that white building, that white barn that I showed you, that really pretty rough barn. It has a good roof on it. They were trying to sell it at the sale so somebody could move it off the property. And my sister and I just saw the pictures and we're like, let's check that out. And, you know, at the end they couldn't get $100 bid on it. Nobody bid on the building at all. And one of the guys that I'm always talking to when I go to the sales, every single week I run into him. Turns out he works for a company that moves buildings. And he was like, it's so tall, you know, you're not gonna get under power lines. And so I didn't buy a building, but anyway, you got to go picking for a little bit. Saw a couple of things. We'll get them next week. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.